While going through Facebook recently, I saw a back and forth with some people, specifically at T Lake, talking about lake levels. And it brought up kind of an interesting conversation, which is, are the lake levels going down, or is this something that I should be concerned about? And one of the things to know is that in the late summer or early fall, you will see all of our lake levels drop near the end of the season. Now, they always drop throughout the summer. We start off very high because we've had the snowfall and the ice on the lake, and when that all melts, the lake is at its highest level in early spring. Well, then throughout summer, with hot sun and evaporation and natural flow of the waters in and out of our lakes, the lakes will reduce some. And then near the end of the season, we see another drop that sometimes can be rather significant. At my house, it can easily be 3 to 6 inches sometimes, to where just before I go to pull the boat out, all of a sudden you will see that it is significantly lower. I'm not completely sure on why this happens. I'm sure it has something to do with nature. In my fantasy, it's the trees taking their big last gulp of water before they start to shut down, because it seems to happen just before the leaves start to change. But in whatever case it is natural for our lakes to reduce their water levels throughout a year. It is also very natural to watch our water table move over years. This conversation on Facebook that I was watching was really fantastic, because it was an owner that had been there for many, many years, and he was showing pictures of a time in the early 2000s where the lake level at that time was significantly lower than it is now. And then a few years after that, the lake level was one of the highest that they had seen. And we have seen that throughout town, where there was a time that East Twin, specifically, all of our lakes were down, but East Twin had gone down so much that we started to see the old deadhead logs from the logging era. So these are logs that had got waterlogged and sunk into the lake and not really been of an issue for decades. And because the water table at that time came down as much as it did, we started to see these, and there was actually a group of owners that got together and pulled those out so that they weren't obstacles or serious issues to boats. Just a few years after that, we saw all of our water level come up. So it is an effect of our area that the water tables will come higher and go lower. And every year we definitely see that the water level starts off high, evaporates low, and then has that end of the season drop. So if you see your water table on the lake move up and down throughout the year, don't be overly concerned. But if you really want to learn some information, talk to the owners that have been there for decades, and you will hear some great stories of how the water has been way up here at one time and way down here at another. And just know it's nature, so it's going to do its own thing.